Tough choice with Kazeem Rahman. Would you rather? Tough choice. Only be able to wipe your tough choice by scooting around on the carpet. Tough choice. Tough choice.
What kind of carpet is it? If it's alpaca, give me the carpet.
Welcome back, guys. This is Tough Choice. I am your blessed and highly favored host, Kazeem Rahman. This is Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman podcast, where we go through moral dilemmas. We go through would you rather questions, and we turn our brains off and our minds on, if that makes sense. Guys, you know how we do here. We don't really waste any time. The guest is just me. We're doing solo dolo. You know how we do it. We don't really waste any time. The game is Tough Choice. You must pick between the two choices. You must explain yourself. You get one pass, you get one pause, and at the end, we have our final choice. We don't have a final choice. Let's start the show.
Let it begin. Let it begin.
Would you rather fully fund public education but eliminate all standardized testing, or keep standardized tests but allow students to attend any school nationwide for free? I think there is some merit to standardized testing. I understand that there are some people that can make the argument that some people don't test well. Cool. You get nervous, whatever. I don't think that's a thing. Honestly, I see through it, right? I don't do well on tests means that you don't prepare enough, right? If you get nervous, then let's work on you not getting nervous. I want to fund public education. If we don't fully fund public education, what do we mean by that? I think we mean, I'm saying I think. I know what we mean. I wrote the question. What we mean is up to 12th grade, fully funded, no matter what's going on. And some of you probably don't understand what I mean. So right now, a school's funding is based on the area the school is in. And not every school gets the same amount of funding. It's based on property tax. So I don't know if you guys agree with this, but numbers don't lie. Black neighborhoods are just rated lower, and they get their houses are worth less. So the schools in those neighborhoods get less money. I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what happens. So if we fully fund every single school up to 12th grade, I think we're going to end up with some really stellar classes. There's still going to be dumb people, of course, right? No matter what race it is, there's going to be a dumb person in the bunch. Cool. But we can no longer say that people went to a bad school, because all the schools are good. So if we just put the merit and then we don't need, well, yes, we still would need. But I mean, listen, I think I'm going to go with fully funding public education. I kind of want free college. I kind of do want free college, but I think from 0 to 12 is a little more important than 12 up, in my opinion, right? I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm not saying that, this is the way it should be. I'm just saying, if you're asking my opinion, then I'm going to go with the fund public education option. Would you rather have kids who are always honest but brutally so, or kids who are extremely polite but keep secrets like little spies? Man, okay. Pros and cons of both. Kids who are always honest but brutally so. Brutally honest kids already exist. And it hurts your feelings, but when I tell you that honesty is something else, it is something else, right? I remember my nephew, I gave him a bunch of Tic Tacs, just a little bag, little thing, just mints, and I said, don't eat it all at once. What'd he do? Of course he's going to eat it all at once. And then I said, why'd you do that? And he's like, I don't know, I just wanted to. And I was like, you know what? That honesty is fine. I was so shocked by the honesty. I thought he'd at least try to lie to me. Nope. He was just brutally honest. He does not care. Kids are some of the most honest people in the world, and it hurts. But now you have a child that is honest and intentionally brutal, not unintentionally, like brutally so. Like every single time they are honest with you, it is going to be brutal. Or kids who are extremely polite, but keep secrets like little spies. What do you mean, little spies? Like national security? Like, what are we talking about, little spies? You know what I mean? Are we talking about just like secrets that, I took from the cookie jar? Or are we talking about who killed Kennedy kind of secrets? I don't know. Honestly, I want my child to be extremely polite. And I'm just thinking about how they grow up. If they grow up and they're always honest, like brutally honest, they're like as an adult, they'll be fine. They'll find their tribe. But man, from 4th grade to like 11th grade, they're not going to enjoy themselves. So I'm going to say extremely polite, but keep secrets. I don't know what kind of secrets they're keeping, but hopefully I can figure them out. This is when I would say, okay, well, if they keep secrets like little spies, join the CIA. No, not the CIA. Join become a detective, like solve crime, right? Don't be a cop. That's two different things. I believe that this sounds stupid, but I wouldn't want my child to be a cop, but I don't mind them being a detective, even though you have to go through cop to become a detective. I don't mind them solving crimes. Actually solving crimes, like solving murders and bank robberies and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind that. Right? But you can keep a secret like a little spy. Would you rather win $1 million if you can go one full year without buying anything new? That's easy. Or win $250,000 every year you can live entirely without using the internet? I'm going to have to try the 1 million. I know for a fact as soon as I go through 250,000, I know for a fact it's a done deal. Live without the internet? I'm using the internet as we speak because I write these questions online and I have them on my tablet. I'm using the internet as we speak. I use the internet for a whole year. It would have been easier if you would have said a month, 250,000 a month off the grid. I would still probably fail, but I would try it. I would still definitely fail, but I would try that. I would try a month off the grid. You know what I mean? Like that's just me. Maybe. Okay. Pros and cons. Would you rather $1 million to go one full year without buying anything new? What do we mean by new? Food doesn't count. Ah, that sucks. Oh no, we buy diapers, right? So there's no way I'm gonna fail at both, but I would try, depending on the parameters, I would try for the million. I can't go a week without internet, right? Someone just emailed me as we were talking. You know what I mean? I can't go a couple days without internet. So you're telling me a year, and I'll change this. I'll even change this. This might be a constant choice because I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this. Hold on one second. Let me highlight this question. This might be a constant choice, right? Because I don't think, and my constant choice will probably be $1 million to go full year. No, I would say $1 million to go 2 months, 3 months without buying anything new, or 250,000 every month you live without the internet. I can do that. And I honestly would do the 250,000 for a month without the internet. I can live off the grid for a month, right? If my family needs me, hey man, talk to the wife. Talk to the wife because I'm off the grid, right? Wi-Fi calling counts as using the internet. So, you know what I mean? So you can't, you got to turn your phone on, not airplane mode, because you need to be able to, you can make phone calls, I guess, but Wi-Fi calling counts. Would you rather? Would you rather run a business where your product randomly changes every month, or one where your customers vote on your services in real time like a reality show? I want my product to change. Well, actually, you know what? Pros and cons of both. Let's think about it. Let's think about this. If my product changes every month, it's kind of like a restaurant that changes their menu every season. That's kind of what it's like. And that's fine. That's fine. I don't go to those restaurants, right? Once I have a dish that I like, don't change it. Simple. It's as simple as that. Once I have a dish that I enjoy, if you change it, if you even dare change it,
Going to jail.
it's over. It's over. You might get cussed out. Cause if I don't know. I don't know if I like this changing products. Cause if I love your product, right? Let's say you sell cups, right? I use disposable coffee cups from time to time. When I'm inside my house, no. When I'm going out and about, I'll grab a disposable coffee cup, usually just to deter me from buying coffee outside. Okay? So if you sell the best coffee cups, January 1st to January 31st, and then I come February 1st, and I'm like, I just want coffee cups because that's all you sell anyway. And you look at me and you're like, nah, bro. We sell deodorant now.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
Are you serious?
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
This is insane.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
Yeah. If I'm already getting angry off of changing products, I don't know if I want to do the changing products every month. Because then how do you market that? How do you make money off a changing product every single month? No. Other side of the coin. One where your customers vote on your services in real time like a reality show. The only question I have for that is, what's the likelihood that your customers are going to troll you? That's the question. What is the likelihood that your customers are going to troll you? Because listen, live stream, it's if it's a live stream, no thank you. If it's a live stream, no thank you. But how are they gonna vote on your services if it's not a live stream? Dang, dog. I'm gonna have to ask chat what's going on. At least 50 are gonna be troll answers. And then, bright side, perfect world. Listen, perfect world, we do the vote on the services. In a perfect world. In a perfect world. You know why? Because you're voting on the service, and I know you're going to use it if you voted on it. At the very least, if I know, you're polling 1,000 people and 520 said, we want you to sell hamster wheels. Okay, cool. I know at the very least, I'm going to sell at least 500 hamster wheels. At the very least. So I'm going to go with voting for the service because though I don't necessarily like it, I think I can make more money off of that. Would you rather create a company that only exists in the metaverse, or one that can only operate from a moving vehicle? Take the moving vehicle. Listen, I love Fast and Furious. I just want to start off by saying that I absolutely love Fast and Furious. It is my favorite movie franchise. I refuse to say any bad things about Fast and Furious. It is amazing. Okay? Now, with that being said, having a business that's from a moving vehicle. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be like, well, an ice cream truck moves technically, but then you park and you sell. And then also a food truck moves technically, but then you park it and you sell. And I tell you, you know what it means. And we need to have a sound effect for you know what it means. Because people come on here and they really be trying to say like technicalities when you know what it means. You know what it means. Hold on. You know what it means. That's all I'm saying. You know what it means. The vehicle is moving. People are going to have to run. People are going to have to jog. People are going to have to bike. People are going to have to be on their cars doing business with you. Do you want that? Do you want that? On the flip side, the metaverse, I don't know if you guys know this, the metaverse was fake. It was always fake. I never thought it was real. I always thought it was stupid. And now it technically does not exist anymore. So I'm going to have to go with the vehicle. Sucks to say. I don't want it. I don't want it. It sucks, but I'm going to have to go with the vehicle. Would you rather have a bed that floats above the floor or a fridge that sings every time you open it? This is interesting. Would you rather have a bed that floats above the floor or a fridge that sings every time you open it? I don't see the value of my bed floating on the floor outside of me not necessarily needing a bed. Wait. Oh, okay. What do we mean? Bed is different than a mattress. I learned that the hard way when I was living on my own. Because I'm thinking I'm buying a bed and I bought it and it sure not it didn't come with no mattress. It did not come with a mattress. I was young. I didn't know. I thought beds came with mattresses. So either way, I don't see the reason for a floating bed. At the same time, how annoying would a fridge be? It sings every single time. Because you know it's not singing the songs you like. you know it's not singing the songs you like. Right? Show tunes every time. Broadway musicals every time. Ain't nobody listening to this. I've never seen Hamilton. Why are you singing this song? That's so annoying. But I don't want a bed I don't want a bed in the sky. I don't want a bed in the sky. I don't need a bed in the sky. So I'm going to have to do the fridge. I don't want either. Both of these suck. But what would be less annoying? Because if it's in the sky, how high up, right? Would I need a ladder to go up and down? I don't know. I don't want to take that chance, right? So I'm going to have to do this fridge that sings to me every single time. It better be singing some 90s R&B every single time. I know it's not, but I feel like if it did, I wouldn't be as angry. I'm already angry. I'm angry nonstop. I'm older now, so I'm just angry. So I know I'm going to punch the fridge. I just know I'm going to punch the fridge. It's fine. It's my fridge. Calm down. Would you rather have a pet that randomly changes into a different animal each week or a chair that always tells you a joke when you sit? If I had a dog, first, I will be completely fair, completely transparent, completely honest. I don't like animals. So you already know where my answer is. I don't like animals. But for the sake of the question, I will walk through my thought process with all of you so you all can be on the same page with me. If I had a dog and that dog turned into a cat and then the next week turned into a gerbil and then the next week turned into a lion and then the next week turned into a kangaroo, bitch, what? What is going on? Because you're probably thinking, oh, cat, gerbil, pet snake that's small and can be handled. No, it didn't say turn into a different pet each week. It says turn into randomly change into a different animal each week. You want to take that chance? Go ahead. You want to take that chance? You go ahead. I will not be taking that chance. I'm a sit on this chair. It's going to tell me a joke. I'm going to hate it. That's fine. But I'm going to be alive. I'm going to be alive. After the first, man, if I had a dog and it turned into a cat, after that, I'm done. After that, I'm done. I'm not even going to wait for the monkeys. I'm not even going to wait for the zebras. I'm not waiting for nothing. If I have a pet that randomly changes into any other animal, I am done. And the pet needs to leave my house. I'll sell it. I'll sell it. Right? Most likely if I have something like that, I'm going to take a video and I'm going to really like sell it for research, respectfully. I'm sorry. Ethical research. Not like, it's getting pronged and blood draw and all that other stuff. No, ethical research. Or I'm just going to sell it to like one of those weirdos in like UAE or something like that. That's what I'm saying. Would you rather be able to change your height at will? Or, I don't need that. I don't need to change my height at will. Be able to change your height at will, or have a voice that automatically harmonizes every time you talk. Here's the thing. I enjoy me a good little song. I enjoy me a good little song. I know some of you are thinking,
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
Hey, stop talking to me. I enjoy me a good little song. I don't know how to explain that. So if my voice automatically just starts harmonizing, and I'll tell you what, I'm not trying to release like an album or anything, but I did want to take singing lessons at one point just because I do stand-up comedy and I want to have so many different tools that I can draw from. So if I just know how to sing, I don't even know how to like belt. I'm not trying to be like a Mariah Carey. I don't need, to be like this, power ballad singer. No, I just want to be able to like, hit some notes real quick, not sound like I'm straining my throat, right? Hey, yo, pause, son. No, I'm never doing that again. No one was thinking that. Anyway, so not sound like I'm straining my voice. I did want to take singing lessons. So, if I'm harmonizing, I don't mind it. Also, if I need to change my height, you're a weirdo. If you need to change it, hold on. Because this is what this is for. Listen, I am just saying for everyone right now, if you need to change your height, that is a problem with you. That is not a problem with society. There are people that will always love short guys. There are people that will only love tall guys. Cool. But if you need to change your height at will, I know some of y'all that are short kings. They call you short kings for a reason. You're still a king, my guy. I know some of y'all that are short, you will jump at the chance to get taller. I guess, man. I'm 5'10", and I'm just dead in the middle. It really don't matter to me. It really don't matter to me. So I don't need to change my height at will. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to be taller. I'm good. I don't see the value. I genuinely don't. But I do see the value in harmonizing. I see the value in it. Leave me alone. All right, we're gonna do two more. Would you rather live in a treehouse city or an underground mansion? A treehouse city means that it's just a bunch of trees. Oh, like Did they do this in Peter Pan? I don't know. But I just remember everyone's living in tree houses. Yes and no. Will I be able to travel? Like, if are we saying that you create a new city outside of Los Angeles that's just a bunch of big trees and everyone lives in the tree houses? I'm okay with that. Right? Or an underground mansion? No, also because I'm living in Los Angeles, and once there's an earthquake, an underground mansion, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Respectfully, I really don't. I don't know. I just don't. Especially, I don't want to be the first one to live in an underground mansion. Are there underground mansions in other places? I don't know. I'm gonna look this. Actually, you all know I'm not gonna look it up. So if you guys happen to look it up, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. All right. Last one. Would you rather be followed by a personal theme song or a small cloud that changes shape with your thoughts? I want that cloud. The cloud doesn't talk. It just says changes shapes. It doesn't even like change colors. So like if I'm angry, it's not like red. But I think there will be certain shapes that you're like, oh no, Kazeem's pissed. And that might be true, but do I want a personal theme song? What's more annoying to the people? A personal theme song that follows you everywhere, followed by a personal theme song. And what does that mean? It means when you enter a room, your song plays. We don't know where from. Who cares? It's magic. Personal theme song. Or a cloud. A small cloud. Not a big cloud, but a small, reasonably sized cloud. How about this? A cloud that is 3/4 your size. We'll be fair. A cloud that is 3/4 your size follows you around and changes shape with your thoughts. So any thought you have, it just starts changing shapes to match it. What if it's like charades or something like that? Dang. If it's like charades what if it's like Pictionary, where if I'm thinking about punching someone in the face, it just starts making a shape like that. That's tough. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be kind of cool. And it would teach me how to manage my feelings. It would teach me how to manage my anger because I'm older now and I get angry fast. It would teach me a lot of things. So I'm gonna take the small cloud. The small cloud would be cool. Let's stop acting like it's not gonna be. The small cloud, I think, honestly, would be cooler than most people would think. Honestly, I think the small cloud and changing shapes is fine. I can't think of anything bad about changing shapes. I can't think of, if it's like a small cloud and it like writes out what you're thinking, then no. I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm never thinking something nice and or good. I'm not. It just doesn't happen. So I'm going to take this small cloud. I'm going to live my life. Guys, that is our show. This has been Tough Choice with Kazeem Rahman podcast. I've been your host, Kazeem Rahman. You can find me online at Kazeem comedy. You can email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. Our engineer is AyoQueez from 725 Media. Get at him for all your video, audio, and podcast needs. And, if you have a tough choice question or a moral dilemma you want us to consider talking about on the show, email toughchoice@outlook.com. That is toughchoice@outlook.com. I've been Kazeem Rahman. You guys have been amazing. Bye. Tough choice with Kazeem Rahman. Would you rather? Tough choice. Only be able to wipe your tough choice by scooting around on the carpet. Tough choice.
What kind of carpet is it? If it's alpaca, give me the carpet.